You see, Carlene put it in Ron's head that he was above the law because she was there to cover for him, to back him up, justify the lies that they made up about me. So Ron said and did what he did to me, thinking that Carlene would be able to save his ass. When was the last time you properly got your passport stamped? You tell me how Ron Workman believed that Carlene, the judge of Utila, and the people from immigration were going to have me removed from Utila. What was the payoff for that? What did that cost? And tell me how Carlene, the judge of Utila, and the lady at immigration were going to have me removed from Utila. You see, Johnny told me that him and Carlene and Chino were going to make sure I never made it to Utila. That Johnny would have somebody in San Pedro Sula waiting on me. Waiting on me to make sure I'd never make it to Utila. When those words were said, and then when Johnny texted those words to me, sounded like a death threat to me. And the fact that Johnny was going to make sure that Carlene, the judge of Utila, and her son were a part of this threat. And then one of Johnny's texts were the fact that, sure, you come to Utila and you'll see that Ron will have you killed. Fact, I have it on a text. That Ron and his gang, which I imagine were Carlene and Chino, would have me killed. Those four made sure I never came back to Utila for a while. And the reason being, with the scare tactics, which I did believe, because Carlene is very capable of having things done to people. But while I couldn't be there, they continued on with their lies and their stories, because I wasn't there to defend myself. I wasn't there to defend myself for the fear of being harmed by these people. But then I got strong. I got healthy. And I got over the hurt. So I came back. Came back, did my own thing. Carlene bitched at me because people thought I was living in a mansion. She was angry at me because people thought that about me. Now tell me, what would it matter whether I lived in a mansion or I lived in a one-bedroom house? Why would that have to matter to her? Where I lived or what I was doing? What was it any of her business? But she was mad at me. These people would go to any length to keep me off that island. But the severity and the brutality of what was done to me by that judge on that day so uncalled for. And then she, of course, tried to lie that it was my fault, lie that I started it. And then in the police station, she continued to lie that I used Ron's name, lied that I used Chino's name. I never did. I never mentioned their names. I mentioned Johnny Ramon. But Carlene had to embellish, try and cover her tracks, try to make me look like something I wasn't. And she was called out on her lies. She was told to stop lying for the first time. The first time somebody official told her to stop her lies. She can lie that easy? You know damned well when I tell you that her and Chino and Ron and Johnny sat together and made up lies. You know damn well that's the truth. And I know that's the truth because the family member that was there listening to them told me what they were doing. So I can tell you 100%. I know what they were doing to me. And I know what they were going to be doing to me. And what they were saying to me were nothing but lies. Lies to make me look like I was causing problems on Utila. Lies that they could report me about to try and have me removed from the island. Just like Ron had told people. The judge and the immigration will have me removed with one phone call. The one person who needs to be sent out of Honduras is Ron Workman. The person that needs to be fired from her job is Carlene, the judge of Utila. The person who needs to be sent to jail, or persons, for the distributing my personal photo, is Chino and Johnny. And the person that needs to go to jail for a very long time is Johnny. But we all know that'll never happen because people turtle. People are afraid to tell the truth. The people themselves that Carlene, the judge, has hurt won't even come forward and tell the truth about what that woman has done, about the money that they've had to pay extra to her to keep them out of jail, to get their stuff back, to get a document signed. These people were more than happy to tell me, but they won't confront her. The very people that this woman has hurt, damaged, abused, are allowing her to continue to make up her own laws, to make up her own judgments. Those very same people are allowing her to continue to do it. And yes, I know people are expecting me. They're expecting me to do this for them. As a warrior and a trailblazer, I can only go so far by myself. But without you people to back me, to stand up to this woman, that's all she is. She steps out of her office and she's nothing. She's really nothing. She's a corrupt judge in her office. When she steps out of her office, she's a criminal. She's a female criminal. And you know what should happen to criminals? They should be dealt with accordingly. But as you've seen, the attacks on me, by people who have no idea what they're talking about. Their attacks are diversions to keep people from remembering what Carlene the judge has done, what her son, Chino, has done, what their friend, close friend, Ron Workman, has done, what their friend, co-conspirator, if I could say, Johnny Workman. Pardon me, Johnny Ramon. Johnny Workman, that's funny. Johnny Ramon has done. They use these tactics in order from keeping from the real reason why I'm here. The real reason why I'm telling the truth. They're so desperate for the people not to listen. So desperate that what they do and what they've done to me to keep the conversation away from the judge of Utila and the rest of them. They work so hard at it. But they only show their ignorance. They've only shown the fact that they cannot think for themselves, that they have to listen. And then again, money talks. Yeah, money talks. I can't do it alone. Carlene, the judge of Utila, will continue. She'll continue to harm people. She'll continue to take from the locals. She'll continue with false documentation. She'll continue taking your money for things that are rightfully yours. She'll continue her lies about people. She'll continue to tell everyone about your personal business. She'll continue to be corrupt as long as the people of Utila allow her to. But the one day when she comes and does this to you, the one day when you'll need her because something has gone on and she's your last choice to go to. She'll find you weak. She'll find you vulnerable. And then she'll take. Or you pay. I've been in her office when people come, given her money, slide it under her ledger. These things that I say don't come from a woman who's crazy. Because the people know it's the truth. Because those that Carlene has harmed as a judge know it's the truth. So unless majority of Utila is crazy, I don't think so. But the community of Utila allows her to do it, allows her son to keep doing what he's doing, allows Johnny Ramon to keep thieving, and allows Ron Workman to think he's better than the locals. She allows him to because he's got the money. Whew. Yeah. I have no reason to lie. None. But they do. They have every reason to lie. Carlene has to lie in order to keep her position. Johnny has to lie so he can keep being a thief. Ron has to lie so he doesn't get sent back to Canada. And Chino? Well, until he takes the susu out of his mouth, he'll just continue to lie for his mother.